Today we're working on the brushes and the switch for the Dewalt 6423 sander. So what I noticed is it had very low power, sounded really rough, and sparks were coming out of this area here. So what I decided to do is go over to ereplacementparts.com, grab a switch, grab 2 box assemblies, and we were good to go. All you need to do is get a pair of needle nose pliers and pull the connector gently out of the copper connection. And then just slip the brush out. It's not held in with any other screws or anything else. Real easy peasy. Now you'll notice how short that brush is. On the new brushes, you'll notice how much longer they are. And all brushes are spring loaded to keep the brush in contact with the armature. So this gives you lots of service life, but you can tell here these were worn out. So getting a new set of brushes for like 20 bucks, this is a great investment. So when you go to put the brushes back in, it's real simple. You just press fit the wire into the connector, then use needle nose pliers to make sure you ensure that it's in there without bending the tabs or the wires. And then simply slip the brushes right back into the housing with the wire on the top side. And it'll actually fit into the housing just fine. You don't need any screws or anything. And then you take the wire and you make sure that you fit it into the wire channels. So therefore when the top goes on, you're not pinching anything. Same thing for the switch. You'll just go ahead and pull off the tabs. Pop in the switch in the same way that you pulled it out. If you get this backwards, what will happen is that your on will be off and your off will be on. So it's really not detrimental, but if you're used to flipping it to the left to turn it on, it's kind of helpful to do the same thing as you reinstall it. But again, no screws or switches here, it just simply sits into the housing. And that's it. It's easy peasy. Make sure your wires are in the correct channels and press fit it in. So while you're at this part, it's really good idea to go ahead and flip the switch if you want to test to make sure that everything you did is correct. Double check that the rubber drive belt is still intact. I always replace the pad if I'm going to do new brushes or a new switch. We should replace the pad all the time, but one thing I will tell you is get a genuine pad. It makes the difference between night and day. If you go to a place and get a cheaper pad, say half the price or even a third of the price of a genuine pad, I guarantee you'll be changing those 3 times faster than you will a genuine pad. And you'll have hook problems as far as how the hooks grab onto it because they're not the same hooks. So those are the old brushes. I'm going to throw those out, but I did keep the switch because the switch was still working and you never know when the switch may go out. It is a common part to fail. So next you just press fit the top on, make sure that the cord protector is not cracked or damaged in any way because that is crucial to making sure you don't start a fire and keeps it grounded properly. But then all you have to do is pop in the 2 screws in the back, put the 2 screws in the front, tighten it down, don't over tighten it because you will strip out the plastic. And it really is that simple. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you subscribe and like and share. All that fun stuff.